of a journey is when you actually feel like you've traveled. When landscapes change, when people change, and when the road itself changes. Today's journey is going to make a true traveler out of us. As we travel from the misty hills of Coorg to the palm-fringed coast of Kerala. Down a road less traveled. Welcome to Follow the Star. My journey though will cover two states. Very different terrains and different highways. I will be traveling down hills ringed by coffee plantations, through a wildlife sanctuary, even drive on a beach, and finally pass the busy little towns of Kerala and reach my destination at the foot of the Wayanad Hills, where I will be meeting track legend PT Usha. I will start my journey at the headquarters of the Coorg district, Madikeri. I will continue down the State Highway 90 till the last big town of Coorg, Virajpet. From Virajpet, I will get onto the Coorg-Thalicherry Highway, pass through the Brahmagiri Wildlife Sanctuary and reach Thalicherry, where I will spend the night. The next morning, I will get onto the Idapalli-Panvel Highway, pass the former French protectorate Mahe and will reach Payoli, where I meet PT Usha. From Payoli, we continue on the Idapalli-Panvel Highway until we turn onto the State Highway 34 till we reach the tiny village of Vatoli Bazaar. From there, we will go a short distance on a local road to reach the Usha School of Athletics. The entire journey will be around 200 kilometers. The entire route is along a double-lane highway which is mostly of very good quality. My journey starts off from the headquarters of the Coorg district in Karnataka, Madikeri. Madikeri, compared to the other hill stations, is relatively cleaner and less crowded. And the highway immediately out of Madikeri is just divine. The road winds around the hills and the views alongside of the coffee plantations are really beautiful. So this is one of the best hill roads I've driven on, because the roads aren't that winding, there aren't too many blind curves. Even though it's a two-lane highway, the traffic isn't much. Even when I drove past the towns, traffic still isn't that bad. And the scenery. I'm not just driving up steep hill roads. They're rolling hills. The greenery is amazing on both sides. It gives you like a tropical feel because there are coconut trees and there are paddy fields. This route definitely has it all. As we drive further down the hills, the landscape starts changing, though there is no shortage of the lush greenery. My first stop was the busy Coorgi town of Virajpet, around 30 kilometers away from Madikeri. And I was here to explore one last unique tradition of Coorg. It's wines. These These wines were not the usual ones made from grapes though. So these are the different kinds of wine you get here in Coorg. There's all sorts of wine. There's gooseberry, there's jackfruit, there's banana, coffee wine, there's even pudina. I don't know why there's such a mix of so many different kinds of wine, but I'm definitely going to try some.
Madam, you want to taste it?
Yes, please. Can I try?
Yes. Jackfruit.
Jackfruit. That's actually yummy. Like I said, I don't like jackfruit, but when it's mixed with wine, it's fruity and it's tasty, and I think I can drink the whole bottle, but I shouldn't because I'm going to try the other wines now. So I want to try banana.
Very tasty.
Very tasty. Better than the jackfruit, I feel banana is.
Yes.
It's sweeter, so you can drink more of it at one point.
Just taste coffee.
It's surprisingly really nice. There's a slight tinge of coffee, but the aftertaste is more coffee than wine. So yeah, I think I'll buy a bottle of coffee wine too. Post my unusual wine experience, I was back on the road, specifically the Coorg-Tallicherry highway. I was about to cross the Brahmagiri Wildlife Sanctuary on my way into Kerala from Karnataka. So I've just crossed the Karnataka-Kerala border and I'm driving through the Brahmagiri Wildlife Sanctuary. Now there are a few things that one must keep in mind while driving through wildlife sanctuaries or reserves. One, you must always drive cautiously or slowly because we pass animal corridors. Animal corridors are those pathways that animals use to move within the sanctuary. Two, you must never stop your car because it could be dangerous as we cannot predict animal behavior. Three, if you do stop your car and come across animals like monkeys, don't ever feed them. And the last thing that you must keep in mind, even otherwise, is you should never litter. Because every small wrapper or plastic bottle or can that you throw around may affect the delicate ecosystem of the sanctuary. Post crossing the wildlife sanctuary and into Kerala, the landscape changed dramatically. Gone were those beautiful, sparsely populated vistas. Since I've entered Kerala and drove past the town of Iriti, it's been a two-lane highway where the road conditions are pretty good. However, there is continuous habitation all along, and it almost seems like I'm driving through an unending series of towns and villages. Traffic has also increased, which is why it takes longer to reach from point A to point B. But to look on the brighter side, you can always stop to buy something or to eat or to even rest. After driving down this crowded highway, I finally reached the sea and the town of Tallicherry. Tallicherry was famous for two notable things. The first was the Tallicherry biryani available at the Paris Presidency Hotel, and the second thing was the Muzaffarnagar beach. The beach was no ordinary beach, but that we were about to find out the next day. For now, my journey and day ended here at the coastal town of Tallicherry. Tomorrow, I drive on Asia's largest drive-in beach before I go to Paioli to meet the Paioli Express herself, PT Usha.